Welcome back to another great episode of the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Because you know I am the man on the street.
And this is Pharaoh King, the one and only.
And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there's only two tonight, but hopefully another brother may get on or they may not. But if they don't, me and Pharaoh are going to carry the show because we the best two looking one on here anyway. So
Hell yeah.
So he going to carry the show and have a good time. But if this is your first time ever checking us out, this is how we always start our podcast off. I got to ask Pharaoh, how was his day? Pharaoh, how was your day, my brother?
Man, I'm tired. I was tired because I've been trying to get this fat body off, and ran across this the new phenomenon. I mean, I've seen it before, just really never thought about doing this exercise. And it's that Mike Tyson push-up deal, right? Where it's kind of like a full body workout. I do it slow, of course, because I'm kind of big.
Yeah.
But after doing it for 3 days straight, and then 2 of the days I jumped on the row machine. Yesterday, man, I had to roll up off the row machine. Got my ass in the car. I almost had a tear in my eye because I'm fucking hurting.
Yeah.
Everything hurts now. My knees, my back, my arms, my shoulders, my wrists. And I came home and took a damn nap.
Yeah.
It's because it's hot too. So but with that being said, it's supposed to be an effective workout. I'm gonna stay with it. It's just I'm not 25 anymore. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So it's gonna be a slow progress. 100 push-ups a day doing that's not attainable for me right now.
Yeah, I understand that, man. And plus your body got to get used to it. That first week of you trying to do something different, your body is that shock. Just like in basic training. You remember how we went to basic training, and you remember they used to say that man, they put something in your food so your Johnson won't get hard. No.
Oh no, that was the drink, the saltpeter.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, it wasn't that. It was that your body was just in shock of getting up and doing those exercises. Your body was like, hell no, nothing else going to get up. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that your body was just shocked. Is in shock? What's up, E-Love? It's just in shock while you're doing those exercises. And like you said, your body just got to get used to it. And once you get used to it, it's going to become easier. Before you know it, you will be doing 100 push-ups.
Man, I'm glad you're optimistic. I appreciate you. I just get my mind and my body optimistic too.
Yeah. As for me, man, I say the same thing, man. I need to get myself some damn put me in coach.
Hey, I'm gonna need to be coached here pretty soon.
Yeah. I say the same thing, man. I got all this workout equipment. I need to start working out myself, my damn shoulders bother me for some reason, so I need to call VA so get that looked out before and of course, like you say, when your body's in pain, you don't want to do no exercises. But maybe my body is telling me that's why it's in pain, because I'm not being physically fit. So you never know.
It's pros and cons. I mean, I would say that it wasn't an unbearable pain. It's I'm already chronically, we always chronically, have discomfort.
Yeah.
But when you introduce new movements, and I believe if I get some of this weight off, that some of that chronic pain will go away. It'll alleviate some of it, especially my knees.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna stick with it. I just need to. I had to take a 24-hour break though, man. And just eat light. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like I say, brother, hopefully everything will work out and the weight will come off. And like I said before, you will be doing 100 push-ups a day. As for me, Pharaoh, man, I'm tired as well, man. I don't know what it is, man.
Tim asked about their no show tonight.
Well, his ass is on the wrong goddamn thing. Because me and you on here, so I don't know what he's looking at. But it is what it is. Like I say, Pharaoh, it's just one of those days where that you just tired because you're tired, and that's how I felt all damn day, sluggish.
Yes,
I'm not sluggish. It's just
lethargic.
Yeah, I just felt sluggish today. And then, like you said, this heat doesn't make it any better.
Ooh. They say the heat index today was 107.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's just like that dry heat too. It's not. I was just so happy to come on the inside. And then I know we doing the show tonight, and of course I'll be doing the show out here in the garage. I'm in a hot sauna out in this bitch. So you know how I feel. Yeah. Hit Tim Dog up, man. I don't know where he at, but it's the same thing over and over again. I don't know how the brother keep losing it. But Pharaoh, man, we got a good show. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a good show, an entertaining show. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Pharaoh, I think you might have posted this on your Facebook page, and I think I might have saw it on your Facebook page, but I know I saw it on a bunch of other people's Facebook page. Because when this man talk, a lot of people listen, and he says something that Jaylen Brown is actually going through right now.
I don't believe anybody in America who's in business wants athletes to be educated if they intend on doing business with that athlete. And the minute that athlete becomes educated, they're somewhat offended by it. Because now an educated athlete doesn't just say, yes, our balls to sit there. He starts to question the system.
Yeah, Pharaoh, I think you brought it up, and that's one of our favorite coach. Your team that you like,
my top coach.
Yeah, Georgetown, and of course, I love him as well. That was my, still my team, even though they haven't won anything in a while. But did John Thompson warning about the fear of the smart black athlete predicts what happening to Jaylen Brown today?
I won't say it happened just solely on Jaylen Brown. That's just what it's been for us throughout the history of the sport. That's why the Negro League players couldn't, be involved with the Major League Baseball teams, because they had a lot of educated black men on those squads. It's just that some was a little bit more militant than the others. So that's why they wouldn't pick and choose who could come over. But with that being said, that's why John Thompson made it a point for anybody coming to Georgetown. If you come to my school, you're going to be educated. You're going to be prepared to leave the school with not just a basketball, learning basketball. You're going to have an education. You're going to be a student. Then you're going to be an athlete. And he pushed that, and he even did it for his son. His children, which led to his son being a coach at Georgetown. So I think he, being the educated man that he is, and knowing the future of what's going on, what would happen, that's what they want. They want a dumb athlete. They don't ever want a smart athlete from us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because even in the military, they don't want a smart NCO. They want an NCO that can dangle, like a puppet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really do agree with what John Thompson said. And I said, yes. Yeah, an educated black man is a dangerous person.
Yeah. And Tim Dog, what's your thoughts on that, man? What John Thompson saying, warning way back in the day,
Timmy?
that the fear of the black athlete predicted what happened to Jaylen Brown today. Because like Pharaoh said, they don't want to see a smart black athlete. They want that athlete that they could dangle out there and basically do whatever the establishment want them to do. Your thoughts?
Oh, exactly. And Jaylen Brown, he's not going for it. His parents taught him to stand up for himself. And when you stand up for yourself, make sure that you know what you're talking about. And that thing he did with the speech with the kids, with Stephen A., he was talking about how people tell you what to do when you work for them, like Disney and ABC, and they're basically telling Stephen A. what to do. And it's just like the same repetitive thing. He's educating people on what really is going on and letting them know that, this is what they're trying to do to you, and you should be mindful of that. And they don't want you to know that because they want to continue on manipulating you with whatever they're doing.
Yeah, and that's the part that I think that a lot of people are shocked by because of John Thompson and because of what he said way back in. I think this is like either the late 80s or early 90s. I don't think it was the 2000s.
Late 80s.
Late 80s.
Yeah, it was late 80s.
But then, he predicted this and it came true. And it came true from the fact that a lot of, I hate to say, Caucasian brothers, they seem to think a certain way about Jaylen Brown. And I'm going to get y'all opinion on it as well.
Hopefully you ain't playing what I think you're going to play.
I don't know. Let's see.
Brad Stevens is getting crushed. The GM. They obviously wanted Jaylen Brown out of the building. Jaylen Brown, I had 2 NBA sources tonight, 2 people in the league, one an executive, one a scout, say that Jaylen Brown it's a disease. he suddenly thinks he's the smartest guy in every room he's in. I've worked with people in the media. It's really, you get into a really bad space. You make a lot of money. Suddenly you're absolutely sure. You don't want to listen to your bosses. You don't want to listen to consultants. You don't want to listen to teammates. Jalen's kind of, and by the way, this was, one executive told me, this was always a little bit of Jaylen Brown's personality, kind of the smartest guy in the room, and live streaming and throwing it out there. And that's just not a good space. It used to be nothing good happens after 3 a.m. Nothing good happens when pro athletes live stream. It's just trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come to you first, Tim Dog, on this one. And I want to get your opinion, just a quick answer, then Pharaoh, I'm gonna get you as well. Why did he have to say that Jaylen Brown intelligence is a sickness? I didn't understand that aspect of what he was trying to say. What did you get from that, Tim Dog?
What I get from it is that he's just pissed off because Jaylen Brown is smarter than him. Probably put his ass in his place one time. He didn't like it. But yet it's okay for one of them to tell us what to do and put us in our place and feel good about it. Fuck that. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, what you got to say about it, Pharaoh? Like I say, he could have said what he said, but why did he make it seem as though that if you're intelligent, especially if you're intelligent as a black man, it's a sickness?
Because they want us to be a Donald Trump. They want us to be the dumbasses that they can follow. And I guess that's what they want. I'm not sure. Like you can follow Donald Trump. You can think that he's the smartest guy in the world, knowing he says the dumbest shit out there. But damn, if a black man can sit there and sound educated. And the thing about it is, I don't even know what's going on. What do we know that's going on behind the scenes to where they're making these accusations on this guy? Yeah, because maybe he's saying, well, I don't agree with that because this is some way we can move. Maybe we can coach the team this way. Whatever the case is, I mean, he is a professional basketball player. He did go to college. You did draft him out of college, did you not?
Yeah.
And everybody that like the GMs and all that, they all went to college as well. But if a person is telling you that maybe we need to run the organization a different way, why do you feel like your job is at jeopardy? Maybe because you fucking suck at your job.
Yeah. And that is true, Pharaoh. But the phrase sickness, like, I guess he says sickness because he don't want other black athletes or athletes in general to get it. Because we've seen this in other sports as well. When we see a person like Tom Brady throw a fit, where he's passionate. But when we see somebody like a T.O., well, he's childish. He needs to grow up. We've seen that view from their lens when they're talking about black athletes. And when they're talking about Jaylen Brown right now, it's that lens. Oh, he's basically being unprofessional. With that being said, Tim Dog, why do people praise basketball IQ but get uncomfortable when Jaylen Brown showed real world intelligence?
It goes back to that old attitude, stay in your place. In other words, Jaylen Brown's intelligent. I mean, it's not just athletes. It's been, like you said earlier, throughout history with us. We think we are better than them. Well, if I am, I am. Fuck, you need to do something about it then. Stop being dumb, stupid, and learn. And you got that intimidation that, oh, he thinks he's smarter than me. No, ain't no thinking. We know. And that puts fear. Why? Who knows? Who cares? But it's dumb as fuck when you're going to sit there and blame a black man for being educated, but praise a dumb fucking white man for being president.
Yeah, that is true. And of course, a lot of people have a difference of opinion when it comes down to confidence. You could be intelligent and confident. You could be intelligent and be stupid as a bag of rocks. But I believe Jaylen Brown is both. Pharaoh.
Well, how about this? Before you get into the question, how about this? So you went to the University of California, Berkeley, right?
Yeah.
He didn't graduate because he got what you call
draft
it? Draft pick, after his freshman year back in 2016. But he studies multiple languages. He lectures at Harvard University, and also he studies with MIT in the media lab. So he's taking these courses and upon himself to educate himself, even though he didn't graduate from Berkeley, UCal Berkeley. Yeah. So the man at MIT, what the hell are we talking about?
Exactly. Exactly.
The
But that
reason why he's at MIT because he's smart, and you know how
Right.
they
So what
oh
we
they
talking
think he think he's smarter than me. He is.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
And
mean,
that
just
goes,
to go to University of Berkeley itself, Cal Berkeley is you got to have
yeah,
a GPA of an
I bet
astronaut,
Stephen A.
or you
Smith
know what
couldn't
I'm saying?
get into Cal.
Yeah.
a lot of people not gonna get into Cal. And that leads right into the question on Pharaoh. Does society still have a problem with black athletes who challenge the status quo instead of just entertaining fans?
You know, I'm gonna go a little off kilter here because the new thing now with the political environment that's going now is everybody who's educated is not voting the way Republicans are thinking.
Yeah,
They're trying to down the educated person because they're not following suit behind what is happening with the U.S. government at this moment with the Republicans and how they're moving. So
Yeah.
that's a bad thing that you're either overly educated or you're too educated, how they say it, because you have a mind. You're not following like a damn sheep following behind people. So does society have a problem with black athletes who challenge the status quo? I would say I wouldn't say society itself, but there would be people who don't want to see us use this as a political, use the athletic, scene as a political stand. But at the same time, white people use sports to integrate us into society for their status quo. And
Yeah.
with that being said, be careful, like what John Thompson said. Be careful what you wanted. You wanted this. Now that you're getting it more than you can handle, you can't control it. Now it's a bad thing, and it's disease that they're talking about.
Yeah.
But to piggyback, I'm sorry, to
No, go ahead.
piggyback on what you were saying, Pharaoh, what you were saying, it's how it's so ironic when you have an establishment where the president says, "I love me some uneducated people," and that
Exactly.
right there is his premise, his base, because he knows that most uneducated people believe anything that a dumb motherfucker say, especially someone like him who's bamboozling and flim-flamming his way up to the White House. So, I mean, you would be intimidated by an educated black man because they're going to tell you the truth and allow you to see what's going on. And they don't want you to see what's going on. They want to keep you blindfolded.
Yeah, and welcome to the show there, Mad Professor.
Mad Professor!
Yo, what's happening, guys? What's happening?
Of course, when we start talking about an educated brother, here come the Mad Professor. Mad
Boy.
What we talk about right now
You
is
better not say
Jaylen
nothing
Brown.
about him.
But we talk about the Jaylen Brown situation, and I'm gonna give you a two-part question. The first one, the brother's already answered, but I'm gonna get your input on it. Why do people praise basketball IQ but get uncomfortable when Jaylen Brown show real world intelligence?
Because basketball IQ says, "Hey, I'm just a sports guy. That's all I know. That's all I give a damn about." And actual intelligence says, "Hey, I'm not the stereotype that you thought I was. I'm probably smarter than you will ever be. And please don't be offended by it."
Yeah, and I believe a lot of people are offended by that. And with that being said, one more question to Tim Dow. I'm coming back to you. All right.
Gotcha.
Are people actually upset with Jaylen Brown's idea, or are they upset that he doesn't need their approval, Mad Professor? And I want everybody to chime in on this question.
Probably a little bit of both, because again, he's better at sports than most of these guys that's upset about it, and he's damn sure better at, he's more educated than most of them. I mean, most of these sports pundits just went to school. They went to school and got educations, or barely went to school and got educations because they couldn't play the sports that they talk about all day long. So
Stephen A. Smith.
There you go. So, they're kind of upset. They're kind of upset that he came up with something that would take power away from, the establishment.
Yeah. What you guys say about Tim Dow?
I'm like Mad Professor. It's a little bit of both. Whereas ideas coming from an educated black man are dangerous, but if the same ideas came from educated white man, it's brilliant. And that's where we have the hypocrisy. We don't need DEI, but this country is built on diversity. And how can you have diversity when there's only just one person trying to make things the way they want? Jaylen Brown is just trying to, once again, educate people on different things, regardless of what it is. And once again, we have people who sit there and say, no, we don't want him because all he's going to do is teach the other ones to defy us, and then we won't have any more control. That's it.
Yeah, Farrell, your thoughts?
I'm just gonna go with the part of they don't need needing the approval, because his thought process is not the Jock's way of creating these interviews. He's not doing the Cam Newton way. He's not doing it the Shannon Sharp way. He's not doing it like what's his name, Teague and all them, Arenas Gilbert, Gilbert Arenas and all them. He's not going the sports route with that. He's going the intellectual route. And he's calling people out like Stephen A, who personally attacking him. And they don't like that. They don't like it one bit. And the thing about it is, when you speak eloquently, as we always talk about Matt Professor with the $40 fucking words, people don't like that.
But I don't know how the bad professor got a shot. He did.
I'm so used to it. I'm so used to it. I miss it, but I'm used to it.
Would you say, Farrell? I'm on a fixed income. Give me something smaller.
Drive by, bad professor took a lick. And I totally agree. I think the way that he's going about his business is not the norm, and some people don't like it, especially when people are actually saying things back to a Stephen A. Smith or to these other sports analysts who never played the sports that they're commentating about, and the people are basically telling them that they're wrong. I would say that Kevin Durant was one of the first ones to start calling these people out, basically saying,
"Hey, don't mess with him no more."
Yeah, y'all talking about this, but y'all never live it. Even some of the players that actually played the sport, he had a beef with Acho. When he said he basically said that how can you tell me when you was never the number one player on your team, unless you have been in the number one spot when teams are basically forming their defense or offense around you, you can't talk about how I feel. And I think that what a lot of people are afraid that Jaylen Brown is doing right now. Man, good. Matt Professor, I want to get you a quick answer from you. I played a snippet video of Colin Cowherd, and he says something about Jaylen Brown being smart basically is a disease. Why would he say that being smart is a disease, in your opinion?
Slave mentality, or slave master mentality, I should say, because Colin Cowherd, he's another one of these jackasses who always have to be the smartest person in the room. And
issue with Jaylen Brown being saying that he's the smartest person in the room.
Correct. And I mean, I'm never a fan of somebody tooting their own horn, but so I have mixed feelings about that. But Cowherd is just like Stephen A. Smith, where only his opinion matters. And if somebody's contradictory to that opinion, all of a sudden they're out of place, they're out of their element, they are a threat to him and his way of going about shit. So and what else would you expect from Colin Cowherd? I mean, he's an idiot.
Yeah, and like
he's
I said,
a narcissist as well.
Yeah,
correct.
And like I say, just to say that it's a disease, I guess he don't want other intelligent black men to catch that disease because they probably be out of a job. That's why so many people have issue with athletes having podcasts during the season. I do have an issue with that because they should be practicing their art. But but if they can speak their mind and they can speak it in a way that informs us about the ins and out of the, I give it a little leeway. Farrell, you had something you want to say, Craig? Like I thought I saw you wanted to say something.
Well, no, want to know about what this Cowherd guy has ever done, and he doesn't. It doesn't look like
get fired by ESPN. Then get fired by Fox.
No, I mean like sports wise, he hasn't played any sports.
He talks.
Yeah, he just talks.
He's just a person that talks. So like I said, once again, your opinion doesn't freaking matter because you've never put your feet on the court or a football field or pitch or tennis ground, whatever, for you to sit here and commentate and say how a person's supposed to freaking conduct themselves.
Exactly. Well, somebody that's catching heat right now is of course the I guess the GM or the Boston Celtics. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that the Sixers got Jaylen Brown.
Right.
You got Brad Stevens.
Yeah, Brad Stevens. I call him something else. But Matt Professor, since you've been going, Matt Professor, this was me last week. Yeah, Matt Professor. You know, I was happy then. You see it.
You find somebody who can play 82 games.
You know,
somebody on the team that went to the NBA Finals.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be thrilled too. Because I'd be thrilled too. Because Jaylen Brown, the Pelicans were in where it was rumored to be after Brown too.
Yeah, so I'm happy that we got him. But Brad Stevens, I might have put his name wrong. Tim Dog and fellas, this is what he said about trading Jaylen Brown.
When I looked at our team and I looked at where the league was heading, looked at the way that we've finished the last couple years, and also looked at the unbelievable way we've played in the regular season in the last couple years, you know, the path looked a little bit more challenging to me. I might be wrong. I'm not going to stand up here and be defensive about that. But the path looked a little bit more challenging with 70% of our cap and such a high percent of our usage tied into two players. And the reality in this era and in this day and age of the NBA, and you could see it obviously with the last couple of champions and some of the teams that were at the very top of the league, when it was all said and done at the end of this year, is that, you know, you have to do a great job and you have to have the optionality to do a great job of building out depth that can hopefully replace the irreplaceable individual. And that's not an easy thing to do, right? And we get that. And that's absolutely nothing against Jaylen, right? If you have Jaylen Brown on your team, you should feature him. You should use all those possessions, and you should approach things that way. But I think the importance of depth, and then obviously we have to continue to work on ways to diversify our attack overall. All that being said, still would not have made a move unless we thought the right opportunity presented itself.
I'm coming to you first, Tim Dog, and fellas, I want y'all to chime in this question as well. Basically, are you buying anything that Brad Stevens said in his press conference?
The only thing that makes logical sense is he's talking about the cap space, but even that is subject only because he can still get rid of some other players on that team to make cap space. He could do a lot of things to create cap space and to diversify the team, which means you get rid of your star player that kept the team together, kept the whole organization up in the top 2 or 3 throughout the entire season, get you to the playoffs when your star player didn't come into the end. And you trying to say you trying to diversify? Man, get the fuck out of here. You sound like Felon 47. I ain't going for it. You're lying like you stole something. So fuck him.
Yeah, what you got to say about it, Pharaoh?
How dare this educated nigga cause problems in this racist ass Celtics organization? We got to get rid of him.
I like that.
That's what I heard.
Man, Professor, what did you hear?
What I heard was, hey guys, we were stupid and decided to give 2 players supermax deals that accounted for $615 million of cap space over the life of those contracts. And we're trying to figure out the best way to get from under it, because despite Jaylen Brown leading us to the playoffs while Jason was still rehabbing his Achilles injury, we can't afford to pay them like that.
See,
so
man,
we
Professor
think
put
that
both of us together.
we think that Jaylen is the one that we can get rid of the most, because we think because Jason Tatum is younger, we like him better, and he's lighter skinned.
Okay. But Matt, Professor, y'all brought it up. Y'all heard what he said about the 2 players. If that was the case, then why was Brad Stevenson trying to get Giannis? Because if Brad Stevenson said
exactly
getting up 7% of the cap was the problem. Why were the Celtics willing to trade Giannis and create the same issue again?
Well, because Giannis has shown his willingness to take low contracts to build the team around him.
Okay.
So I mean, Giannis has a history of being undervalued on the team that he plays for purposely, so that they can create depth behind him.
Yeah.
And
Plus, he's not from the United States.
Yeah, and plus I was going to say to what Tim Dawg said, you could get lesser players because you got to bring his two brothers. So you could get rid of two players, bring his two brothers in, and they're going to play for the minimum. Pharaoh, I know you want to say it, but I said it for you.
Yeah.
So,
and not only that, Giannis isn't as smart as Jaylen Brown, so they could tell him anything.
Yeah, and with that being said, Pharaoh, does this make Brad Stevenson reason to sound strategic, or does it make it sound like Jaylen Brown was the player they wanted to move all along?
I don't know. It sounds scripted to me. It sounded like they, before he went into that conference or that interview, whatever you want to call it, it was scripted. So they got together before this little interview to discuss it in a political way, or whatever the case is, to make it sound like this is the best course for this organization. And we know that the organization has been flawed because of what's happened in the past with the when you had the big three with Ray Allen, and remember, he wouldn't even talk to them anymore. Shaq was there. He left after one season. So the Celtics organization has been trashed, and the fans itself has been trashed. This is just a way for them to sound like they made a good decision on two bad decisions, like Matt Fresh say, with paying for the money or paying $300 contracts. And remember, we even talked about that. Why would you pay Jaylen Brown $14 something million when you already gave Tatum that money? You needed other pieces. You should have went ahead and traded him off then instead of keeping him around.
Well, you got to also remember, Jaylen has been one of those players that they've always wanted to unload before they owed him the Supermax, because for years it was always rumored that the Celtics was after Zion, and Jaylen Brown was one of the players that the Celtics would have to get rid of to get Zion. So like I said, I mean, this is ongoing. They finally found a trade partner for him. And now they're trying to make themselves seem like, hey, we just did this because we're thinking of the team. No, you're not. You're not really thinking about the team. You're thinking about getting rid of somebody who's been a constant thorn in the side of ownership, because Jaylen Brown is one of the people that's not afraid to speak out against ownership. Because he was one of the few players that came out against them when the way they fired Ime Udoka. So he was always not happy about that situation.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that was his resume last season by carrying them to the playoffs, because they knew that he was
his trade.
Hey, I'm the guy that you keep fucking with for the past 6-7 years, when I'm the guy that kept you afloat.
Right.
So
yeah. Tim Dawg, your
and
thoughts?
Finals MVP. So
that's another one.
And to me, Brad Stevens sound like the Trump administration trying to explain the Iran war. Well, it ain't a war right now, but we went up in there. They was going to bottle us. I mean, come on, I would have had more respect if they had talked about this more during the regular season, when it was just Jaylen Brown, keeping the team afloat. Even during the playoffs, you heard speculation and rumors. Then all of a sudden, when they get out of, they lose in the first round. Then all of a sudden, Jaylen's brilliant mind is a problem. He's too smart. It's a cancer. It's a disease. See, to me, I have more respect for a person if they just come straight out and say what's on their mind. In every team,
and I think that as well. Matt Fester, just a quick. Do you think them being up 3-1 and then them losing 4-3, do you think that'll have anything to do with how they're come about with this trade of Jaylen Brown, especially to a division rival?
I think it just made it easier. I mean, if they had gone out, if they had won a title or something, or not made the playoffs, and they would have traded him to a division rival, I think then it'd have been a little bit more more difficult pill for the fans to swallow.
Yeah.
But him carrying them the way he did, and then them losing that series the way they did when they were one game away from getting to the NBA Finals, I think that made it a whole lot easier for them.
But to the second round.
I mean, second round, yeah.
Second round, yeah.
Yeah. Your thoughts, Tim Dawg?
Jaylen Brown, he's going to move on. He's going to be all right. To me, by him going to Philly and the different environment, because that's the only team he's been with, Boston, and it's all negative. Now he can see another side of the basketball world, basketball family, and people who would appreciate not just his talent, but his mind.
Yeah, and I would say that coming to Philly, if you know, you could be one of the beloved players in Philadelphia history, especially if you get us out the goddamn second round. Because y'all know I got bitch ass Embiid, and hopefully he come in and he could tell bitch ass Embiid, hey, this is what it takes to be a champion. Now, bitch, I don't need you to be out there on the 3-point line. Get your big ass down in the goddamn paint. And when I jump the damn ball down to you, all you got to do is do like Shaq. You should use that big ass tractor trailer you got behind you, bitch ass, and back a motherfucker down.
and stop falling down on the damn court every time you shoot the ball. Like you gonna get a foul call.
And let that motherfucker fall, because he's injury prone. So they teaching him how to fall. So I'd rather have the bitch fall than for the bitch to get hurt. But
that having some knee pads and elbow pads. Come on.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he won't be shooting too many threes, because we do got a nice squad there, and I think Jaylen Brown is going to set the NBA on fire because he got something to prove, and he's going to make Boston his bitch. With that being said, talk about a bitch, Pharaoh. Your boy said this about the Lakers.
The Lakers added Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz via sign and trade for 2 first-round picks and 2 first-round pick swaps, and signed him to a 4-year, $130 million deal to partner him with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. But Stephen A. Smith has a problem with their 3 best players being white.
Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they going with a bunch of white dudes? Somebody had to say it, so I'm saying it. Your 3 top players are white dudes? Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer. And we got a whole bunch of brothers on Team USA. What y'all think this is? This is basketball. This is basketball. In NBA history, when have you seen your 3 most prominent players on a basketball team all be white? And that takes you to the promised land. Somebody got to say it, so I'm saying it. Yo. This is basketball. I'm not complaining. I'm simply making the point. Ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles Lakers, Tinseltown, a place where everybody from Wilt and Kareem and Shaq and Magic and Kobe, yes, Jerry West before them, yes, George Mikan before the aforementioned centers. But this is the Lakers. This is Southern California. This is La. This is L.A., baby. This ain't Utah. And even in Utah, when you had Stockton, you had Malone. Even when you had Hornacek and Stockton, you still had Malone. Even when you had the 7'4" Eaton, you still had Malone and Byron Russell. I mean, what's up? Somebody got said, so I'm saying it. You ain't going anywhere being led by 3 white dudes in today's generation of basketball. I'm letting you know right now, it ain't happening.
So, Pharaoh, what's Stephen A. making a basketball point about athleticism and roster balance, but did he cross the line by making it about race?
Made it about race, because damn, I'll tell you what, if you would say that about all black team, that shit would have been up in arms. You know what I mean? So I do believe that they made a movie about the Kentucky Wildcats. All their starting team was all white. Got beat by all black team, the Texas Miners, right? And so,
Texas
Western Texas.
Western.
No, I said the Texas Miners. The team was Texas.
Well, it was Texas Western.
Yeah, those guys. So regardless, regardless, they got
Well, I grew up in. I was in El Paso, so I know about them. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it was because now it's called UTEP or something like that.
Yeah, it is.
So with that being said, yeah, it's been in history that all white team has went to the promised land.
Right.
But with this being in today's NBA, Europeans do pretty well in basketball because they've come over here and changed the scope of how the game is played. They call it the floor game. Now, will they be effective? I don't know. But I do know, like we were saying last week or week before, when Shada got angry that we was, even you, Tim Dog, when we saying $140-something million to Austin Reeves, I don't see where that money was spent wisely, thinking that these guys are going to be the team. So
here's the whole thing about that, and to Stephen A. Smith's dumbassery, he tried to couch it by saying in today's NBA.
Yeah.
And when the first basketball player wasn't in the NBA until 1950. So right. Stephen A. just needs to be quiet, because here's the problem. Yeah, their big three is white. Their probable starting three of their probable starters are white.
Yeah.
The problem with him saying this shit is the majority of the team is still fucking black. And that's what's stupid about his comment. I mean, number one, it didn't need to be made. It quite honestly didn't need to be made, and I think he's just trying to get that to get back. He just said that shit to get in a black graces card again. Try to get his black card back, since he loves Felon 47, the alleged pedophile in chief. And he didn't need to say. He just didn't need to say it. To be honest with you, if the Lakers can spend their money any fucking way they want. If they want to give whatever they gave to Austin Reeves, so goddamn be it. If they want to tell LeBron bounce. Exactly. They want to tell LeBron to bounce because he ain't worth the money they paid him last year. That's their prerogative. But the fact that he had that to say about it in that way, maybe he could say none of these guys play defense. Maybe none of these guys are consistent enough to lead a team. But to say that they white to go that way, that was just pure dumbassery.
Yeah. And the fact that sounds better than Mad Professor. I forgot I got a microphone on my camera. Maybe. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, this new shit I got, man. This shit will switch on me in a minute. I tell you, boy. But it is what it is, man. But Tim Dog, your thoughts on what Stephen A. Smith said?
Oh man, Stephen A. Pick a lane. What you gonna do? You going to praise, or you gonna talk about? I mean, to me, it sounds like you mad because there's not a black person, a starter black person on the team you could talk about now that your main character is gone. So to me, this is just buffoonery. It's unclassed. It's not newsworthy, and all he doing out there is trying to keep his name out there. Yeah, somebody gonna say it, so I'll say it. No, nobody said it but you, idiot.
Nobody was thinking that when he said it.
Oh hell no, because I was thinking it. Oh, I'm not.
I didn't think about that. I just thought the Lakers was just gonna be a shitty ass team. That was it.
I would tell you too. I thought it, and like brother-in-law just said, brother-in-law said they're gonna be a tournament team next year. So
they got rid of Rui Hachimura.
Exactly, they got rid of Rudy,
and that
they got rid of Rui too.
Right there, that's the biggest player they should have kept.
Exactly.
Yep.
They got rid of Rui.
Should have been the one. Rui was the only one. Rui was the only one on the team that could shoot and play defense.
And they brought and I think they brought in Looney.
Kevon Looney, they brought him back. Yeah,
they brought him back from. Last time I saw, he played with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is that the team that they are building is not the normal Laker team. With that being said, I don't have a question for it, but somebody said that, and this was this guy he was talking about. Tim Dog. He's basically saying that the NBA is tired of, I guess you could say, the rap mentality or the blackening of the NBA. And the Lakers are probably the first team that are going back, I hate to say it, to the 1950s, where you will see a predominantly white team than this hip-hop generation of basketball players. Do you see that happening, or the Lakers just trying to revamp their image around Luka?
If you're not trying to win, y'all can see it happen.
Okay, then
you ain't gonna win.
I disagree.
Nah.
Luka needs shooters around him. LeBron, I'm sorry, was not a shooter. He just wasn't.
Not at this stage. Not at this stage.
He was never really a shooter. Once you get outside of 3.5 feet, he was never a true shooter.
No. The question was, black players. Am I correct?
No, what I'm saying is that some people are thinking that the Lakers probably going to be the first team because of the blackening of the NBA, of the hip hop generation. With the Lakers, basically, the team is damn near probably be 90% white this year.
That's what I'm saying. Without the blackness, there won't be no championship.
I'm still going to disagree because I'm still going to disagree. The thing that's going to keep the Lakers back is the same thing that's kept them back the last 2 years, and that's pathetic ass coaching. Who didn't really need to be there. The problem with the problem with
that's
this,
what I'm saying too, Matt Professor. That's another point because of an unqualified person like a JJ Redick. You know what I'm saying? They're going into a direction where they
I'm not going to say that they're trying to get rid of the hip hop mentality of the NBA players because the white players are more hip hop than some of these black players.
That is true.
So I mean, I'm not going to say that that's what they're trying to do. What I'm trying to say is the Lakers at this point, because they're the only team that's actually doing it, is they're trying. I mean, with white players, I should say, they're trying to get a team around their coach who. Because again, JJ Redick did not deserve to be there. And when a coach is bad at coaching, the one thing they want to have is shooters to make the coach look good.
Yeah. Okay. What you guys say about it?
There are no black shooters.
Yeah, I know.
None that wanted to go play for JJ Redick.
I think whoever said that, I believe whoever said that, they that's what they want. That's not going to happen. People are not going to lose money for their franchises to take black folks or change teams to be like the Lakers. I doubt that very seriously. I will say that JJ Redick was a trash ass coach. He shouldn't have got. He doesn't deserve the job. And you got Luka, and nobody plays well with Luka. I don't care what anybody says. That's why they got rid of him with the Mavericks. That was a predominantly white team if you look at it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then so was the Utah Jazz at one moment.
Correct.
At one time. So I mean, they had plenty of opportunity with other teams to do what that guy was talking about.
Yeah.
I just think this team, Luka, does not fit well with other people. That's why they need those people.
Yeah, and I agree with that as well. And we all know Luka can't play defense. And Matt Professor, we had a big thing about this, and I was trying to explain. I think it was just Doily that had an issue with it.
Of course.
Do you see with them paying Reeves all that money, and if Luka goes down, will Reeves be able to carry that team by himself? Especially with the players that they assemble around him.
Honestly, the reason, and I said it earlier, the reason they got anything is because of Hachimura. He was too undervalued with that team. I mean, don't get me wrong, Austin Reeves, he can shoot himself out of a wet paper bag, but he can't defend himself into one. He can't. He's not really a great ball handler either, which is why you had the 41-year-old predominantly bringing the ball up the damn court, even though he's not a great ball handler. I don't think anybody could carry that team on their own because, again, the system that JJ
Redick wants to run
is not predicated on a single player. It's predicated on a system. And if you don't have the right players within that quote unquote system, because I forgot to use that earlier, they're not going to do anything. I don't think Austin Reeves to them was worth the money. That's why I say if that's what they wanted to pay him because they didn't want someone else to sign him, so be it. I wouldn't have paid him that much, but I don't think he can carry the team if
Luka goes down.
If Luka goes down, but again, if Reeves goes down, Luka can't carry the team either.
That is true. But that being said, going back to what Stephen A. Smith was talking about, Tim Dahl, does NBA history support Stephen A.'s point, or is this an outdated way to talk about building a championship team?
My professor was saying that, with any good team, there's a good coach. And we all say JJ Redick isn't a good coach.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't know why he's creating a team that way because they still don't even have a big man. I mean, Ayton,
well, they wouldn't have got that dude. I guess he's supposed to be the center. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, he's a center in name only.
To be the center, I guess.
He's a center in name only.
Okay, finish.
I mean, to me, it's like an experiment with the team. JJ Redick is experimenting with some idea that he had. But when they had a coach that had experience and it was doing well with the team, but they fired him, Mike Brown. I mean, he was only.
I wouldn't even bring up Mike Brown. Look at Darvin Ham's record.
Yeah,
Look at
and
Darvin
that's
Ham's
no,
record.
Yeah,
Two
Darvin Ham.
seasons
what I'm
he had a
saying is,
Yeah,
in
well,
two
yeah.
seasons
but
he had a better record than JJ
Yeah.
Redick and was fired.
Yeah.
and that's what I was saying. Well, I thought that Mike Brown had a better record after 2 seasons. And
He
fired.
did. He did.
Yeah, see, and to me, the Lakers, I don't know, squandering money. Who knows? Saving money with experiment until something happens. Who knows? Maybe
But
it's something
here's-
like OKC. You know,
I
they
think-
going for lottery picks or something. Who knows?
I think a better question about the Lakers would be: does JJ Redick coach past this year without LeBron there to hold his hand and hold him in the team?
I say yeah, because he's the right tone.
Yeah, and Pharaoh, I want you to elaborate on that if you can, because of the fact, and I was going to bring that up, Mad Professor. Yeah, I used that word, elaborate. Don't get me wrong. The man on the street getting his vocabulary together. Hey,
Okay, that's a $6
don't
word.
yourself.
Okay,
yeah, don't worry. Hey,
I would give him 3.
I was up to $3. What y'all talking about? Hey, the man on the street, the man on the street is diving into his bag. You know, usually I say a diatribe, but you know, y'all probably y'all get me about that. But Pharaoh, Mad Professor made a great point when he talked about JJ Redick and LeBron, because I believe the only reason why JJ Redick actually got that job it was because of LeBron going to bat for him. But now that LeBron is gone and probably going someplace else, well, hopefully back to Cleveland or to the Sixers. I think he went to Sixers, but he's gone now. Yeah, but he's gone. But he's gone now.
Going through the Wizards.
He's gone now. So is this a show and prove year for JJ Redick? Basically, like the Mad Professor is saying.
It was show and prove with LeBron there. It doesn't matter. We know who JJ Redick is, and he know who the fuck he is. He was a role player that played a system and doubts everything else that goes on around him. He think he's Jaylen Brown, the best person in the room when it comes to playing talk about basketball. The show and prove with LeBron, and they didn't make it. What do you think is going to happen now?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, really, if you were supposed to be JJ Redick, you had the number 1 basketball player in the United States on your roster, and you didn't go anywhere with it. What are you going to prove now?
I'm
honestly that you can rule the ashes.
I'm curious to see if the Lakers are going to be top 3 in free throw differential again, like they have been since LeBron was there.
Yeah,
okay.
and that's another thing.
Find out.
Yeah, and that's another thing because of the fact that LeBron was get fouled and Luka get fouls a lot too, and now it's going to be do or die. Yeah, it's going to be that do or die by threes. I hate to say it,
right?
You know, I hate
that's
that.
What it's going to be.
It's going to be do or die by 3. Go ahead.
Hey,
I mean, you look at the team now. The team itself. Okay, Laker fans, Timmy, I'm sorry, y'all's Laker days are done.
Oh,
right?
yeah, at least for now.
The gold, the purple, whatever that shit is that you call, y'all are done. Y'all might as well go ahead and hang that shit up and just walk across the street and become a Clipper fan, because that's what y'all about to get.
Yeah. Hey, man, Professor. Last week we did Lakers record prediction for next season. Man on the street said they're gonna be 20-62. Farrell said they're gonna be 7. Farrell said they're gonna be 30-52, and Joe said they're gonna be 16-65.
Oh God!
I said they're gonna be 40-42.
The most
Now,
optimistic
you
dude
said-
here is Tim Dog. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
No,
I was just
hear what the Mad Professor got to say.
No,
He might be
no,
optimistic too.
bullshit. I was just thinking they'd be lucky they hit 35.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
35. Okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
so Timmy, we don't see anything in our prediction as a tournament team. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Hey,
They like I said, they'll be lucky if they stay above the 6th or 7th slot all fucking year.
And I think that we all looking at the talent of the Lakers, and I think we said it last week before, and I had to tell my boy Dolly, you know, that the Lakers used to be the New York Knicks of the goddamn. The last 5 years of Kobe Bryant, they was damn near in the cellar. LeBron James came in, they above the cellar. Now,
Actually, no, his first 2 years they weren't still in the cellar.
I'm talking about all the years that he
overall.
overall. I'm talking about overall. Overall. He took them from the bad years under Kobe Bryant, the last couple of years, to relevancy once again. And now, the way
I'm not
that
going to give you that relevancy thing. They were always relevant because the Lakers, even without LeBron, they were always top 3 in jersey sales worldwide. So I'm not going to let you take that relevancy.
I'm not talking about that, Mad Professor. See,
you just said relevancy. You should say relevancy. You should say of the last five. I say Kobe Bryant. I say Kobe Bryant. You should say record, not relevancy, because they were always relevant. They just weren't winning.
What did I say?
You said relevancy. What two different things?
What did I say? I said
win percentage. I'll give you that.
From the last 5 years of the Kobe Bryant Laker experience, once they got LeBron, they wasn't relevant those last 5 years with Kobe Bryant. But once they got LeBron, they was relevant once again. That's what I said.
They were on TV once again. Again, they were still number 1 or 2 or 3 in jersey sales. That's relevancy. Whether or not you want to look at it like that, that's relevancy, my guy.
You say what you want to say. I say what I want to say.
You can say record, but you can't say relevancy.
You say what you want to say.
Because what's funny now is fewer people watch the Lakers with LeBron than they watched them without. In Kobe's last 5 years. That's what I know.
All I know is
that's what I know.
All I know is that the Lakers last 5 years
after the bubble, they were trash.
They were in the goddamn baller. They was in the baller room with LeBron James. They was not in the baller room.
They
relevancy. So you agree? We agree to disagree. Keep the show moving.
Sorry to tell you.
I'm sorry to tell you too. I'm sorry to tell you
too. They had a trash ass winning percentage. And then they became above 500, where the damn New York Knicks were below 500 for damn near
a decade.
Don't forget about them Sixers.
What?
No, the Sixers was above 500.
You want to compare them to the Knicks, but I'd ask Shada as a Knicks fan, when were the Knicks winners after the 70s?
No, 90s.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
What did they win in the 90s other than a few games?
They went to the
Eastern Conference championship and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they went
to the NBA Finals and didn't win it, so they didn't do shit. I'm sorry. Coming up second don't give you don't get brownie points for coming up second.
We're not.
I get it. I get it.
You just don't.
You don't give him that because he probably was still in Jamaica when they was winning. So I don't know.
but
I don't know.
God damn, shots fired, Shada.
No, he was in Connecticut just when he started liking them.
Well, that's not New York, is it?
No.
But it's close.
But with that being said, getting back to the last question I have about Stephen A. Smith, what he said, and Tim Dahl brought it up earlier on Pharaoh. Would this conversation sound different if he said 3 black players couldn't win a championship, and does that double standard matter?
I started off with that. If you did.
Oh, you did. I thought Tim Dahl said it. My bad.
Yeah, no. If he would say that, absolutely, you got damn right. Okay. Because once again, it's Stephen A. He's a shit talker and has no relevance to what he wants or whose side he wants to be on, what side of the fence he wants to stay on. So, just shut up, Stephen. Just report on the game and stop putting your personal context on everything because you sound stupid when you talk.
Okay. What you got to say about it, Matt Professor?
It wouldn't have mattered if he said it, to be perfectly honest, because the league is still super majority black. So him saying it wouldn't have mattered one damn bit at all. 90%.
But he wouldn't have said it. That's the whole thing.
He wouldn't have said it. He wouldn't have said it. But and that's why I won't say that the double standard matters, because it wouldn't need to have been said. I mean, the Knicks are 5 black players, 5 starting black players. So it again, him saying it the conversation. No, he does. Okay. The saying that if he would have said that about black players, it wouldn't have really mattered because it would be no need to have the conversation.
Or better yet, if it was somebody white saying that instead of saying that that's what I'm saying.
If it was somebody white saying it, again, it really wouldn't matter. There wouldn't, because it's the truth of the matter.
Okay. Do you see him, Tim Dahl, trying to when he said that this is not soccer, this is not tennis, and that's why he's saying that those sports are basically predominantly white, and basketball.
That's a lie. Have you watched the World Cup?
Well, I'm talking about in America.
No, even him, dumbass.
I'm talking about America. I'm just saying those sports are predominantly white. So he's basically saying, this is not those type of sports. You're gonna need more than those three.
If he wanted to say curling, it'd be something.
Okay.
How about equestrian? Nope, even there's some black people starting to do that. There we go.
I've never seen a black person do curling.
No.
And thank God.
How about squash?
Leave some shit to them. God damn.
Squash.
So, no, man, answer the damn question. The motherfucker got me out of my train of thought.
To me, Stephen A is just an opportunist. He sees the climate with the president saying and the other Republicans saying and doing whatever they want, and all he's doing is tagging along. Now, like I said, if there would have been, Stephen A, if there was one black person on there, even if it was 3 black people, we would pick out one of them to have something to say about, just because it's Stephen A. You can't have it both ways. And that's why people don't like him, because they see what he's doing. He's a clown. I don't even listen to him anymore. I hate his ass just because of shit like that. And all it does is perpetuate what they think of us. That, we are these clowns before we'll bring each other down before we pick each other up. And he's proven that.
Yeah, and I think everybody agree. He just needs to pick a goddamn side. Hey, one minute you pro-black, the next you Donald Trump best friend.
Can't have it both ways.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways.
And then you talk about the Cowboys and you're sitting in the damn press box
with Jerry Jones. Yeah, then you say you love Jerry Jones. Everybody know I got much love for Jerry
Jones.
Love
Donald Trump.
Yeah, you love Donald Trump.
Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations. Like I say, man, Stephen A. Smith is wishy-washy.
Coontastic behavior.
Yeah, the coontastic behavior. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta coin that shit.
You better before I do it, put it on the goddamn shirt.
You know that nigga steals.
Hey, this ain't way out.
It ain't copyright.
Man, y'all should have gave that motherfucker no information like that.
Man, straight up a goddamn shirt, motherfucker. Yeah, make some goddamn money off of it. But that being said, fellas, we got one more topic, which is our goddamn discussion of the week. Fellas, man, we know we got to talk about the WNBA. Farrah, I know this is your favorite subject and your favorite girl, Caitlin Clark. Now the goddamn federal government wants to get involved with what's going on with Caitlin.
Oh my God.
What's going on with Caitlin?
Hold on, fella. Let me get the video.
Bullied and bitched.
Yeah, it is.
Growing divide over what the WNBA called a flagrant foul. The Phoenix Mercury's Alyssa Thomas appears to put her fist on Caitlin Clark's throat as they scrambled for a loose ball during a game on Wednesday night. Thomas was suspended one game, but now some are coming to her defense saying it was hard play, not a dirty play. Here's ABC's Perry Russum.
Days after the WNBA announced this apparent fist pressed against the neck of superstar Caitlin Clark warranted a suspension.
To the ground and
Tonight, her Indiana Fever teammate Sophie Cunningham speaking out on her podcast, saying the two-time All-Star is being targeted and more needs to be done to protect her.
They're definitely targeting her, and the league and the refs do nothing to protect her.
Before we get into what the Republicans and the DOJ wants to happen, what do y'all thought about that suspension? Was it warranted? Because anybody could slow anything down, and you can see, that part
Everybody
of
knows
what happens. But okay, Pharaoh, you go first. Tim Dom to get your thoughts on that choke, allegedly choke of Caitlin Clark. What you thought of that, Pharaoh?
Man, play basketball. They ain't say nothing when Draymond Green stomped on no man's chest. One of the white dude he stomped on.
Yeah.
They ain't say nothing about that.
Okay,
So,
all right.
I don't like. You don't know. You're not in the Florida game, and now you open up a can of worms. Now that you want to bring the federal government into your business,
Okay.
right? The Knicks owner saw what happened when he did that shit.
Okay.
Then it didn't go well. You know what I
All
mean? It didn't go well. People lost money around the arena. They end up losing the game, and whatever the case is, you bring the federal government into your business, it's going to change the way that they're going to actually interact with the league. You're already struggling as a league. I don't think you want the federal government to come in and have you struggle anymore. So that's on them. They want to do this. Hey, so be it.
Yeah, thank you, Farrell. But I was talking about the choke. I want you to hold the choke. And I
No,
want
that's a choke.
Okay, all right.
I understand it because of the choke. That's what's going to happen with you bringing that shit in there. Like I just think it was a foul.
You just thought it was just a basic play because, like they say, in every play, if you slow it down to a certain frame, you're going to see something that you will say that's illegal. What's your thoughts on the suspension, Tim Dow? Just suspension. Because I want us to talk about the DOJ getting involved with the WNBA on the behalf of Caitlin Clark a little later. What's your thoughts about that foul?
First of all, she pushed her down. She was down. She had her hand on her shoulder.
And it
she
slipped.
was looking away from the ball and it slipped.
Yeah.
She didn't purposely put it there. She didn't aggressively put it there. It slipped. Now we have all of these MAGA who all this is going to do is put a spotlight on Caitlin Clark. The white girl can play. Yeah, but she's being used as a pawn, as the great white kite. Whereas you have Aja out there winning MVPs, and everything, and you don't hear shit.
Yeah, that's true. Matt, Professor, your point about the foul, and like Tim Dahl just said, if you look at the video, you can see they fell to the ground. Her hand was on her shoulder, and like Tim Dahl said, she looked away, and then it slipped down to the neck. You know what I'm saying? So, your thoughts on that foul, Matt, Professor?
It was called Right Live.
That's right.
It was called Right Live. I mean, get the fuck out of here with that. Let's revise this bullshit after the fact because we wanna make that girl look like she was trying to purposely injure her while ignoring Caitlin Clark tripping people on defense, pushing people in the fucking back. But I'm not gonna talk about her right now. Again, live. It wasn't called as a foul. It shouldn't have been called as a foul, or it shouldn't have been up. No, it was called, but then it was upgraded to a flavor.
Upgraded the next day
upon review, which is pathetic. Like I said, it's the WNBA trying to protect their cash cow, not recognizing that their cash cow ain't doing shit for them at this point.
Yeah, and also I just want to get a quick answer. Candace Parker, I guess everybody in the WNBA ranked Caitlin Clark as the 11th guard in the WNBA.
Correct. But the dirtiest player in the WNBA.
Do you agree with that ranking or disagree, Matt, Professor?
Agreed.
All right. What about you, Farrell?
What are we talking about again?
They got a rank in the whole WNBA. They got Caitlin Clark ranked number 11th out of all the WNBA players.
And for her position.
And for her position, they got her the 11th best guard in the WNBA. Agree or disagree?
I don't give a shit.
Okay,
no, like if that's what they got a rank, what am I to say? I disagree with it.
But no, because a lot of people are saying that, like they say, the cash cow, and I guess she's supposed to get some type of, hey, she's the best thing since sliced bread, which
has she produced to make it past number 11?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Then.
All right.
What about especially when you factor in her turnovers?
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. If you're 11, you're 11. Work harder and get to number 10. That's all I'm saying.
What do you say?
Give that man a bomb, please.
That's it.
Tim Dog, what do you say about it, Tim Dog?
Most young, great players that come into the NBA or WNBA. But when you first come in, you have habits. So she has a lot of habits. One of turning over.
Yeah.
Can she shoot? Yeah, she can shoot. Can she shoot free throws? Hell yeah, she can shoot the fuck out of free throws. Is she a mid-ranger? She can do all that, but her defense is suspect. And at times when she's pressured, she turns the ball over every time. And to me, 11 altogether, yeah. Scoring, I would give her more. But at the same time, she has to learn But that pressure that's being put on her unjustifiably is what's really hurting.
Yeah, and with that being said, Farrell, coming back to you, have Republicans crossed the line by asking the DOJ and the EEOC to investigate the WNBA over Caitlin Clark, or is this a legitimate workplace safety issue?
It's not a safety issue. It's basketball. Everything on the court is a safety problem. If you got the wrong shoes, if you got the court is messed up, or somebody get elbowed in the face, why is it a safety issue? You went to the floor, everybody's on the floor battling for the ball. It's sports. Safety is always an issue. That's why you have athletic trainers and coaches and stuff like that on the sideline. People are just they're cash cow, as Mad Professor calls her, seem like it's being targeted because you have put the spotlight on her from college. And you thinking her college game is supposed to translate to the WNBA. And we already talked about that in previous episodes, to where welcome to the WNBA. You're not playing with little girls no more.
Exactly. What do you say about it?
Hey, buck up and make it to goddamn number 10. Shit.
What you got to say about it, Bad Professor?
Of course, they're not even doing their fucking jobs that they were elected to do, but they're going to go ahead and want to investigate, want the DOJ and EEOC. They won't protect black people, gay people, or anybody else from discrimination in the workplace, but they want to look at this girl playing fucking a game and people following her as hard as giving her as good as she gets. And that's the fucking problem. See, that's why nobody take these people seriously any fucking more. They always say, oh, the left is too woke, this and to that. What do y'all call this shit? She don't even fucking like MAGA. And that's the shit about it. She hates Republicans, but they want to protect her because of her skin color. Because I guarantee goddamn to you, when you see this happen to a play like Falaje Jones, the rookie who's getting her ass whipped most games, and the other young lady whose name escaped me that should be rookie of the year this year, when they get fouled hard, you don't hear shit about that. You just hear shit about whenever Caitlin gets hit, and everybody in the WNBA gets hit. Every fucking body.
Can I interject this? This is not basketball, but have y'all seen women's professional sports at any high level? They are violent.
It's physical. Exactly.
There's not one game, even bowling. I think women are goddamn aggressive in bowling.
That's my point.
The way they sling them 20-pound balls down the lane, I only use 13.
But that's exactly my point, Pharaoh. The problem right now is they want to have this victim mentality that Caitlin herself doesn't fucking have. That's why I don't even like her teammate coming out and saying this shit. Caitlin don't sit there and say I'm fouled hard, and I'm not a fan of that girl. But she's never complained about the way people play her, ever.
No.
Yeah. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
The only Republicans who are complaining are the uneducated Republicans, because
Republicans,
right.
I'm talking the ones not in politics.
You categorizing them dumbasses,
right?
Okay, all right.
Don't separate them.
Let's find. No, I got it.
Shit.
But any educated Republican know that there's no federal crime here. So why is the federal government even going to think or look into it? And if they do, that right there shows that there's a bias towards, a particular player, a certain particular player, and to me, that's just bias right there, but within itself. So, if they do, but they won't.
And I totally agree, Mad Professor and fellas. Should the federal government be involved in policing how professional sports league discipline on court physical play? And I know I say the WNBA, but any sports league.
I've never seen them go after the NFL when a player gets hit and breaks a leg or an arm. Mm-hmm. So why would they do it now?
That does make sense. What you got to say about it, Tim Dog?
Hey, if they not out there gambling, shaving points, stay the fuck out. Physicality, figure out what's the next thing you're going to do. You're going to investigate football for somebody who do a horse collar just by mistake?
Okay, I got you. Pharaoh.
Well, you saw what happened recently with Felon 47 calling the FIFA president to read the red card, and now everybody's being investigated. That's what's going to happen if any government gets involved. we would not have any professional sports.
Yeah, that's true. And we saw what happened to the U.S. What they lost 4-1 because Donald Trump got involved. Everything
No,
he
that's
touched
curse.
goes to shit.
The curse.
The curse.
He
The curse.
don't have the
Lord.
Midas. He don't have the Midas touch. He has the Midas disease.
Yeah.
No, nigga. He has Midas's toilet paper.
Yeah.
He turns everything he touched to shit.
Shit. Yeah.
Ebola Donald.
With that being said, man, no. But listen, if that's the case, then all those doggone NFL players and stuff like that would have been brought up on federal charges with the stuff that they've been getting away with in the league.
So,
but there's more corruption on the in Congress than there ever will be in any.
Hell, you know what? You know what? Fuck this. Let's put the shit out and open. There's more corruption in the ownership structure of these sporting leagues than there is with the fucking players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that
and
too.
That's not what they're going to investigate.
Right.
Yeah,
so no, that would be detrimental to sports leagues if the federal government get involved with anything.
I got you.
Well, this one ain't.
All right. Last one, Tim Dog and fellas, I want y'all to chime in as well. Is this really about protecting Caitlin Clark, or has the debate around her become a political issue that extends beyond basketball?
It's the latter. Definitely beyond basketball. Now you have all these maggots out here with this, sense of pride and this, energy, because they have a crook in the White House who agrees with their philosophy of getting rid of anyone who doesn't look like us. So yeah, I mean, it goes way beyond that, because you see them out in the streets praising Caitlin Clark. Like I said, this is unwanted attention by her. She doesn't want this. She doesn't even care about this, but people are making it about her just because of the climate.
Okay, what you got to say about it, Farrell?
I agree. Like I've never heard anything, said from her on any interviews or sports, whatever. And people want her to be the martyr for something, for their control, for their views and what they want. So it's definitely beyond basketball at this point. And they made it beyond basketball, like I said, in college. So she just wanted to play ball. They made it an issue. So, and that's what I believe brought more attention to her when she joined the WNBA. So,
yeah.
Hey, Farrell, I don't want her to be a martyr. I would like her to be an idol, something like that. Because martyrs.
No, I didn't say I wanted her to be. I said they're making her to be
a martyr. But a martyr, that's people who dead.
Well,
why? I'm telling you. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm using it as an analogy, but I know. I'm just saying, dang, whatever.
She ain't dead. Yeah. Hopefully, her career is, but
yeah.
Maybe not personally. Yes, no.
Yeah. What you got to say about it, Matt, Professor?
The problem, I said it already. The problem is they want to use this as an excuse to say, "Hey, see, we don't know. We think that she's being abused, so we're going to look into it." And technically, Tim, a martyr is somebody who's just not necessarily killed. A martyr is not necessarily dead, but they're also voluntarily suffers persecution, so not just death.
Right.
So Farrah was using the word right.
Execution
was using the word correctly, because she's being persecuted for tough play. Well, they're making her the martyr for the WNBA's physicality against a white girl, because again, she wasn't the first white girl; she was just the most hyped one. And that's kind of the problem. Is again, they're trying to glom onto this girl because they have nothing to fucking stand on.
And there's no other white woman from the Midwest, because everybody's from, what is it?
Well, most of the white looking girls in the WNBA, a lot of them are not Americans. So especially the good ones.
Too. So she's actually in United States citizen,
homegrown,
right? From Midwest.
Yeah.
Why not latch on to her and make this an issue?
Yeah, and because like they say, even in the championship game, they made her the hero, and they made Reese the villain. And you always got to have the superhero versus the villain. And we all seen how Reese is being treated. She's get hard fouls, but
correct. That's my point.
Yeah,
she got slung down by her neck a couple days before Caitlin had her neck crushed, and nobody said a goddamn word.
Yeah, because like they always say, and I said in the video I did last night, white black women are supposed to be able to take that punishment. But I guess, Caitlin Clark being of a different persuasion.
Ooh, I was about to be so dirty. I'm sorry.
We need to look into that.
No.
Yeah,
We ain't censored. Let it go.
No, that's I was about to say a Friday show thing, so I'm not gonna say that.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, man, I totally agree with everybody on the panel. I think that Caitlin just want to go out there and play ball, and to Pharaoh's point, all women's sports are very physical. And when you look at any game in the WNBA, you see hard fouls. I don't care if it's Caitlin Clark or it's Asia Wilson. Whoever's going down that lane, you going down that lane, you're going to get fouled. And like you just said, Matt Professor, but the young lady from LSU, I keep messing the name up.
Angel Reese.
No, the other young lady, the
Falage.
Yeah. She's getting fouled because she's supposed to be the face of the league as well, coming out of LSU. And wait to see what Juju, when she comes out, how she's going to be treated, because older players do have a mentality about these young players getting all this hype and they haven't done shit.
Yeah. But that's in every sporting league.
That's in every sport. Exactly. Thank you, my brothers, man, for that great conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, this week's sports discussion. Fellas, man, well, this is a short show tonight before we get to Pharaohs. NFL is coming up. Pharaoh, how many more weeks we up without football?
Shit.
Well, we 23 weeks without football, so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, fellas,
we're about 3 weeks before preseason start.
Yeah.
3 weeks before training camp.
Yep. And as a matter of fact, they gonna give out tickets to the Ravens training camp here
it's about 3 weeks.
Maryland in about 2 weeks.
Because training camp starts in 3 weeks, and then preseason don't start for the first 2 after training camp begins.
I forgot they took away a week, didn't they?
Yeah.
So fellas, before we get to Pharaoh King trivia question,
God.
What are you looking for your team, Matt Professor, coming in first? What are you looking for? What are you looking forward to for your team this year?
To see if they have the best trio of wide receivers like most people seem to think they're going to have this year. And to see what Trevor, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I'm going to say Etienne does in place of Alvin Kamara, since it seems apparent he's not going to play this year.
So what? He's trying to get traded, or what?
No, his contract hasn't been extended. He's still not under contract technically, but the Saints still, I think, have first right of refusal for him, and they refuse to give him what's it called? The franchise tag. They don't have. They don't want to tag him.
Okay.
But he's still under contract, I believe. I think he just has 1 more year, or his contract may actually expire right before the season begins. I still haven't really looked into it a whole lot, but he's not technically under contract, even though he might be.
One more question for you, Matt. Before I come to you, Tim Dahl. You didn't say anything about the quarterback play. He was rookie last year going into his second year. Like you say, with them wide receivers.
And that's why the results are going to be kind of skewed, because last year he had 1 or 2. He had 1 good receiver and a couple receivers who were good per game on a per game basis. Now they've got Olave's coming back and he'll be completely healthy this year. They got the rookie Tyson and Devon Valet, who they traded for last year, who knows the system now. So like I said, they're going to have a pretty decent trio of wide receivers. So I'm curious to see how they get all of them the ball, because just like in every other sport, there's only 1 ball on the field at a time.
Okay, Matt Professor, season record. What you giving your boys?
I don't care. Preseason don't fucking matter to me.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about pre-pick season, the whole season.
Regular season. Honestly, I told somebody the other day at work.
Would be successful for you.
I told somebody at work the other day. For me, being extremely optimistic, I'm still looking at between 9 and 11 wins. To be completely optimistic, because I don't think the defense is going to regress, and they re-signed Cam Jordan to make sure that doesn't happen. But shit happens. If the rookie plays the entire year, I think honestly, I think if he plays the entire year, they could win 12 easy. But I'm going to be optimistic and say between 9 and 11.
So 12, that means they win the division.
Yeah.
In your opinion. Okay.
If he plays it like based on the what was it, 7 games he played to end the season last year?
Yeah.
I could easily see them winning 12 as long as he stays healthy.
Okay. Tim Dog, what are you looking
like
for?
A really good quarterback too.
Yeah. Tim Dog, what are you looking for in the Ravens this year? What are you can't wait to see your boys do?
I just can't wait to see how they're gonna play under the new coach and new offensive defense coordinator. So everything's pretty much new starting back except for the quarterback. So and
the
like
running
I said
back,
earlier,
you still got
I want to see
Henry.
I want to see if Henry can play the way he played the year before, because last year for him was horrible.
On the news,
his standards,
on the sports news this here in Baltimore, he was saying that's all he's going to work on is getting more yards. He said he had a disappointing year, like everybody was saying, and he's not blaming anyone but himself, as far as his training, because that's just the way he is, and he's going to be focused. Lamar Jackson, him being the person that he is, now he got that tight end that they picked up from Cincinnati. So, and everybody's saying, I'm not tight end, defensive end. Everybody's saying that, the defense is tight. So I just want to go to the first practice game. They're giving away tickets here, and you have to wait till next week in order to, get on the list to get a ticket. And
Well,
I'm
shit,
gonna
you
try
got-
and get me one.
You can wait till the season. They be giving those shit away free shit. Yeah. I mean,
This
Giving these away. That's what I'm saying. These are like,
no, bro. He said regular season gonna suck hard enough to where the tickets are free, bro.
yeah.
That's
What
the-
motherfucker
so
say?
you- Yeah.
Motherfucker say-
Ravens-
what they say? What they say? What's the joke? Man, I left 2 tickets on my dashboard. I came back out.
There
4
was
more
5.
tickets. There was 5.
No, but see, Ravens got new uniforms this year that they.
They ain't gonna make 'em play better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what every team does, and what happens when they wear them the new season.
And with that
They
being
ain't
said,
helped the
Tim
Jets.
Dog, with that being said, Tim Dog, you just
Bengals.
said about your Ravens. Is the Super Bowl a bust? Would be the successful year for you?
Man.
No. To be a successful year for us, I say 10 games, only because everything is new. Everybody's starting over. Offense, defense, special teams, So, but you still have same core of the players, and then you got different receivers for Lamar, and you got that rookie that everyone's saying is looking really nice. So.
Okay.
So it's
All right.
going to look good, but I'm not promising anything only because everything's new. So you know how that is.
I got you. Pharaoh King. I got you, Tim Dog. Pharaoh King, your thoughts on your Ravens? How you think y'all gonna look? And
You mean he said Ravens?
I know.
I meant to say Commanders. The Commanders. Commanders.
Disrespectful ass. Anyway.
Hey,
I
fuck you.
misspoke, man. I was talking to Tim Dog and the Ravens.
Oh, I
don't
thought
know
he was.
that.
I thought he was talking to me.
I
No,
misspoke,
man.
I misspoke, Pharaoh. The Commanders.
So I want to know how the quarterback coach that got promoted to the offense coordinator is gonna do, and play calling, because he, like you said, he was a quarterbacks coach, and then they brought the defensive back coach over from the other purple team, the Vikings. They brought him over. So defensive wise, Washington was lacking last season. You remember? I think they were 5-12 or something like that last year.
Yeah, I think so.
Whew, man, that was a hard season after the
y'all got to keep
previous
Jayden
season.
upright.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying about this new offensive coordinator. You've been working with because they still got the same 3 quarterbacks, so they didn't get any.
Yeah.
They didn't make any changes to the quarterback roster. So then you should know how well that your quarterbacks are supposed to play within the system, so you can get our offensive coordinator. I mean, the offensive line coach to gel with those players. You should be able to. And once again, keep my man upright and stop running him so much. He needs to get in the goddamn weight room. But with that being said, I'm looking at you got to worry about the Eagles. Nobody cares about the Cowboys. And the Giants are on a new coach as well. So, and they got a new target in fucking Ole Miss boy, since he want to be a Trump supporter. I say number 2 in the East.
Okay.
I said they could be number 2 in the East.
What record you giving your boys this year?
Number 2. I ain't giving no numbers.
No.
They're gonna be number 2.
Oh, that sounds like a cop out there, Pharaoh. That sounds like a cop out, Pharaoh.
Washington's gonna be 14-3.
Hey, check it out, Bad Professor. He gonna be number 2. They're gonna be shit. That's exactly. See what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's the cop out, Pharaoh, bro. We need a number.
No, actually, Washington should come out better only because they have, the experience of the quarterback.
I get all that, but once again, they had experience last season.
But the quarterback also got hurt too. He got hurt.
Well, I mean, they had an old team. Washington had an old defensive team.
Yeah.
And a lot of injuries. I think there was like number 3 of total injuries after, I forget what team beat them, but San Francisco was number 1. They still made it pretty deep in the playoff. So I'm gonna I'm going with 10-2. 10-7. I'm happy. Playoffs, postseason, I'll be straight.
Okay. Of course, y'all know that always going to be with the Eagles. It's going to be how Jalen Hurts is going to be without AJ Brown.
He's going to be fine.
I know he's going to be fine, but then Smitty going into that number 1 role, being the number 1 receiver, and then of course the rookie receiver that we got, how he's going to play into the landscape of the Eagles. Is my man, since he didn't win golfing with bitch ass Trump this year, you know what I'm saying? Trump, anything he touches, made Barkley had a sorry ass year, turned to shit. And the year that Barkley had last year was shit. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how that's going to work. And then with Jalen having another offensive coordinator, I don't think he had the same one
for 2 years straight. He hasn't.
2 years straight.
He hasn't.
So I think that's going to be one of the things. Though. Yeah, one of the things that the Eagles are going to have to clean up. Can this guy put Jalen Hurts in the proper position for him to throw the ball down the field, which a lot of people has their bias with him about. For me, I'd rather him throw for 100 yards and we win the game than him trying to force something and turn the ball over, and the other team, of course, wins the game. So with that being said, go ahead.
To piggyback off of that, we do forget that the game is called football.
That's right.
We do forget, and your money makers are your running backs.
Yeah,
they've made it to where your receivers and your quarterback make the most because they handle the ball, whatever the case is. But the name of the game is fucking football, and you run the clock. You win the games by taking time off the clock.
Yeah,
and if you keep throwing the ball and you keep dropping and stuff, all you do is slow the game down for the other team to recuperate and possibly whip your ass, and then you can't sustain, 4th quarter drives or whatever the case is. So you got the top 5 running back in the game. Run the goddamn ball.
Yeah.
Just like putting B's ass on the paint.
Yeah.
Run the fucking ball. It's the same shit.
Hopefully that'll happen to Baltimore this year because they surely didn't use.
Derrick Henry, I'm telling you. Well, he fumbled a lot for some odd reason.
But at the same time, the coach didn't have any confidence in him, or the coach just said, "Fuck it."
Would you if you fumbled the goddamn ball?
And the last thing I would say,
critical games, you put him in there and you hope that he won't fumble it again.
He never fumbled until last season. That's what's crazy.
And that's why he said last season was one of his worst seasons, and he working on developing himself to do better.
And the last thing I would say about my Eagles before y'all took over my segment, goddamn, I was talking about the Eagles. Y'all talk about bitch ass Derrick.
Nobody care about those dirty birds. Those dirty birds with no rights.
Golden Eagle, no Harp Eagle, no Bald Eagle.
And the last thing I do want to see if there is some adversity, how the team's gonna come together, because AJ Brown has gone. And also for my record, Super Bowl or bust, because I want Jalen Hurts to win this damn Super Bowl one more time, because the Eagle fan base, I'm not talking about me, but majority of them are not appreciative of what Jalen Hurts has brought to
the ones you're talking about, DeBarry.
They're not appreciative of what Jalen Hurts brought to.
Yeah, man on the street.
Talk about them same fans who built a statue to a fictional fucking boxer rather than the real one until he was dead.
Yeah,
man on the street.
I'm just saying, I just want him to reach the pinnacle once again, so people could actually. And like the Eagles been winning Super Bowls every goddamn other year. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're appreciative. You got to 3 Super Bowls within the last 10 years, but the guy that actually got you to 2 lost one, won you one, and you're trying to run the motherfucker out of town for an unproven quarterback that probably put us back in the damn cellar once again. It's Super Bowl or bust for the Eagles, for me.
Yeah,
It's funny. It's funny. That same team, that same city that built the statue to the fictional boxer who was white didn't want to appreciate the real boxer that was black. Maybe it's something with Philadelphia. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Well, we know ain't no brotherly love. We know that.
They built one for I think
it's
Joe
some
Frazier.
brotherly
I
love.
think,
After he died.
yeah, they built one to Joe Frazier. I think Joe Frazier.
After he died.
That is true.
And
That is
was
true.
a
That's my
real
point.
boxer.
And was a real boxer.
Well, you know, that's how they get down.
Fucking cheesesteak. I
Yeah,
make my own.
They don't
Unless you
even
go
make
to
good
Go-
cheesesteaks in fucking Philly no more.
Ah, shit. Nah, shit.
I go to Subway, get a better one.
Nah, that's
Nah, I ain't going that
bullshit.
fucking
That
far.
for you.
I ain't
You know
going
what
that
you
far.
for.
You're on
You
your
know
own
what
on
you
that
for.
one, Tim.
You're on that one. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's our time for my main man, Pharaoh King, trivia question of the week. Pharaoh King, what you got for us this week, my brother?
You muted, Pharaoh.
How's it when you play that thing? It's mutes my mic.
It mutes everybody's mic.
Okay. Anyway, so with football coming up, hopefully in the next 4 to 5 weeks, here's a question for you guys. This is a history lesson for y'all.
Who was the last player with 2,000 plus scrimmage yards in a back-to-back season? 2 players did it in the same season. Ooh.
Non-quarterback, I'm gonna
Yeah, it
say.
got to be non-quarterback. Yeah, it got to be non-quarterback.
Well, I said
Adrian Peterson.
I said
He only did
Marshall
one.
Faulk and LaDainian Tomlinson. That was my answer.
That's a good one. That's
Hell
a good
yeah.
one because it has to be
Especially
a running
with-
back or a receiver that runs the ball.
So I would say LaDainian Tomlinson, definitely.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I honestly I can't think of anybody right now.
Give me Thomason and AP. AP was a bad boy in his heyday.
Remember,
Yeah,
same
back-to-back.
season.
Same season.
2 did it in the same seasons.
Same
So-
season. Not in the like. There's 2. That's the hint.
When
2
Barkley
players did
won,
it in the same seasons.
when
Saquon Barkley and the running back in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Bijan.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Saquon and
go.
Bijan.
There you go.
Well, shit. Well,
I knew-
since that,
Saquon.
give me Saquon and what's the dude down there in came from Carolina, down in San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, give me them 2. I'm going with them 2.
Ooh, yeah.
That's another good.
But
good
back to
step.
back though, it wasn't McCaffrey because once he got.
Well, shit.
No. I'm keeping mine.
Yeah. Who is it?
Tiki and Larry. Oh damn.
Oh,
I forgot Tiki was a beast back in the day.
Yeah, and Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson played with the Chiefs, right?
The Chiefs.
That's
No,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Chiefs. Okay. All right. Well, shit.
I forgot about
Damn.
Tiki Barber. That's because I don't like this. That's because I don't like this MAGA ass.
None of
Right.
that is bitch ass. His bitch ass.
I don't like that. motherfucker.
Nobody ever think about them kind.
I don't
No.
like Saquon either,
Well, I
but
know, to me, I knew it was before the new era of football because now they're not running the ball.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Saquon is on my his bit. Motherfucker pissed me off, man.
He better go, man. He better go have an affair with a black woman.
He better go do something. Shit. Redeem
Just
himself.
fucking stay.
Motherfucker. There it is.
Well,
He
you know
better- he
what?
better-
You know, it's
We better,
funny
we
you
better
say
find
that,
out. We better
Master
find out this
Professor,
nigga impregnated one of the city girls.
because what was his name? Steve Smith being
So
the
you be
pro-black
baby daddy.
individual he is, being married to a white woman and then cheating on his wife with another white woman. Like, what are you thinking?
Oh, Steve Smith's wife wasn't white.
Yes, she was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she
Yep.
was. All day, son.
He was thinking no kitchen naps.
I got to see this one. Hold on. I got to see this one.
I'm just saying, because it was like they did a 30-30. Remember when he tore his knee up?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how I saw her.
Okay. Shit, I ain't never seen his first wife. Well, his only wife. Hold on. Steve Smith Sr. wife, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Not girlfriend, not mom, not buddy. That's sleep.
All right.
No, I'm just.
All right, this slowing down the show.
Yeah,
just
no,
a
go
little
ahead.
bit.
No.
Little bit,
I
little
just
bit.
trying to find out. But with that being said, Pharaoh, thank you for that trivia question of the week. Yes. Before we go, ladies and gentlemen, I was going to give you something to think about, something funny. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media so that people can follow you as well. Matter of fact, scrap that. Since he's here, ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't been here in a while. Mad Professor, tell him why you mad. There you go, Matt Professor. The floor is yours.
You know what's funny is nobody's learned yet, and we talked about it earlier, that everything Felon 47, the alleged pedophile and chief touches, turns into shit. And honestly, if I was the USA striker Folarin, whatever his last name is, I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry, my brother. Right. I'd have just accepted the fucking red card, whether it was properly executed or not. I'd have just accepted it rather than say, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and play." Because guess what? Now the team losing 4-1 shows they didn't need you anyway because you didn't score one damn goal. There's no way I would have let Felon 47 come interrupt my suspension. I'd have been sitting on the sideline watching my team get blasted or win. And then I'd sit there and say, yeah, because I coached them. But no, you let him get involved. And by the way, you're a birthright anchor baby, my guy. And he got involved with this shit, just like he did with the Knicks. And unfortunately for the Knicks, it wasn't a one game and done. But for the America's World Cup team, it was a one game and done. He got involved, and now where are we? Now we're back. I went around the corner I walked around the corner. I didn't walk. I drove around the corner. I'm not gonna lie and say I walked. Fuck it. I drove around the corner to the bar around the corner that's had a giant screen of every World Cup game outside. There wasn't no World Cup on yesterday. Ain't no World Cup on today either. So Felon 47 once again done cost everybody. Done cost the bars money. Done cost Americans pride. Done cost the America's team their chance into the round of 8. All for what? Because he's stupid and corrupt and said, hey, yeah, I talked to them, but what is a red card? I don't know what a red card is, but I called my boy that runs FIFA, whatever the fuck the name is, he said, and he got involved, and now we're done. None of that dream shit about America winning the World Cup because the men will never win. The women win, and guess what? They weren't invited to the White House. Funny that.
Yeah, real funny.
Just something to think about.
Thank you, Matt Professor, for bringing that perspective. I saw the thing that you said about Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock took a different angle. He said that we didn't win because they made the team all black. I was a bitch.
This motherfucker. Boy, he's the saddest fucking. He's as coontastic as Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what? It's a shame that you had a take on something that you know nothing about.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Because his fat ass damn show ain't running up and down that goddamn pitch.
Run. He couldn't walk across the pitch. What are you talking? Run.
That motherfucker take a helicopter to the bathroom.
Correct.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that, Matt Professor. You've been gone for a while for tell them why you mad. Now, Tim Dog, give the people something to think about or something funny, and make sure you shout out your social media as well so that people can follow you.
You can find me on Instagram, Father's Love 99. It's all about me, my son, and my grandson. Actually, more my grandson than my son. But anyway, I digress.
Oh, good Lord.
Mad Professor, he kind of hit it on the point when it comes to, the idiocracy of the president and it is flagrant disregard to the Constitution and anything that is justice or anything a symbol of democracy. And with that being said, this is something that can change. Yeah, you made a mistake the first time. Okay, you had survivor's regret. It's all right, because you can redeem yourself. You can always redeem yourself when you make the wrong vote. Some people make mistakes, but freedom isn't free. So do all that you can to make people see it can't be taken by one man. If you go out there and vote and let your word be heard. That's all I got to say about that.
There it is.
Fingers.
There it is. Thank you for that, Tim Dog.
Man, I just hope when Trump is done that the United States heal just as fast as his fucking ear did. We'd be fine.
Exactly. That
What
being
ear?
said,
Man, that would have.
that being said, Matt Professor, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? And make sure you shout out your social media as well. So
I'm not shouting out no goddamn social media. I'm still trying to not get on that shit until the right wingers who are in charge of this shit lets go of it. Anyway.
Plus, they say go to the microfilm to see it.
Anyway, I'm like Pharaoh. August 6th, I think, is the Hall of Fame game in the NFL with the first true slate of preseason games starting the week afterward. This has been the longest fucking non-football season in history. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even watched the USFL or whatever it's called, UFL in NFL shit spring, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I've not watched one fucking game. And I'm not gonna watch a game because the sad thing is the same owners that own the NFL teams own these teams. So why am I gonna watch them? Why am I gonna watch that? I don't want to. The game sucks. The rules of the game suck. Everything about these games suck. Everything. The teams, the uniforms, the TV coverage, all of it fucking sucks. I'd rather watch. No, I'm never watching ESPN again, so I'm not gonna lie and say I'd rather watch high school on ESPN because they're not getting any more of my money either. But damn. Football, please come and save me. Save me, football, please.
Thank you. God damn, Matt Professor.
Tell us why you mad part two.
God damn.
I tried to watch that summer shit. I could
tried to
not
watch
do
it too. Yeah, I tried to watch it too, man.
That was so hard. It was hard. Yeah. It was hard.
I couldn't fucking do it, man. I sat there. I'm not even lying. Say I drank, but I wanted to sit there and drink by the end of the first quarter. I'm like, what the fuck am I? What am I
can
doing
I ask you
with
this
my
thing,
life?
Matt Professor? You don't like the microphone where you can hear the coaches calling the plays?
No,
man,
no.
That shit is,
Okay.
No, that is stupid.
I
don't like the drone
right frame
on the
of mind.
fucking
That's
field
all I'm
either.
saying.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Why is there? Let me tell you about drones because I have one, and I have one.
All
the
right.
blades, the propellers spin at about 20,000 RPM. What do you think if a sharp ass piece of plastic hits somebody spinning at 25,000 RPM is going to do to the human body? Because I can show you the scars on my hand when I accidentally, stupidly reached and grabbed the propeller on mine while it was still spinning, and it wasn't even spinning top speed.
I got
you. You don't put your guards up on your.
Fuck a guard, man. I'm real.
My
shit is 450 size. They don't make guards for that shit. I'm a man, goddamn it.
Yeah,
I ain't flying no indoor drone ass nigga.
Hey, just think, man. Just think if one of those drones hit a player, the DOJ will get involved.
No, they won't. Not if he black. Not if he black. All the DOJ and EEOC gonna say is, well, that nigga got that.
He got that. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that, man. There it is. But baby man, Pharaoh King, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media as well so the people can follow you.
Well, I'm. They pretty much said everything. We're ready for football. Not this other bullshit. Oh, by the way, I'm protesting, or not protesting. How should I say it? I'm
boycotting.
Whatever that word is. All SEC and ACC football. Fuck it. Not watching y'all. Y'all can kiss my ass. Until y'all get all this voter registration shit taken care of to be equal across the board and not favor one side of the political climate or the other. So with that being said, remember this, guys. You can always tell when a man masturbates a lot by looking at his hands. If you look closely, he has a wedding ring on. Pharaoh King.
I know my hand was cramping up earlier.
Bring back football. God damn it. That's the moral of the story. Bring back football.
Oh shit. Okay, thank you for that, Pharaoh. Oh, god damn. Boy, you got me crying on that one. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, oh man, the man on the street don't really have anything. The fellas already said it all. But you always can catch me at the Man on the Street Show on YouTube and on Facebook. Once again, I want to thank everybody that started following me, that's commenting on my videos, that's letting me know that I'm doing a good job. You can also catch me on Creative Canvas Expressions. That's my AI channel. I tell AI what to do. AI does it, and I put it up. And once I learned that you can't copyright AI, I find somebody else shit. If I like it, I put it up on my shit like it's my own. So, hey, it is what it is.
Tim, trademark Coontastic, dude. I'm telling you.
Don't worry about it.
This nigga done already worked on it.
Hell yeah. I'm about to hook that up. Shit, you see the shirts coming soon. But ladies and gentlemen, you can also catch us every Friday night at our main podcast. We call it Two Cigars and a Blunt. It goes down, man. We have a good time. But you want to make sure you stick around for our after show. That's where everybody gets a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. We call that show Ashed Out. Usually we go straight. We will make a right turn. But when we make that left, like Tim Dog famously said, we're going to drive that bitch right off the goddamn cliff. But make sure you come back and check us out on Wednesday night for our sports podcast, the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Goddamn.
There we go.
That word kicking your ass.
Whoa, that ass out. Whoa, that ass out.
Well, I finally get up. It's the teeth, fellas. It's the teeth. Ladies and gentlemen, but make sure you come check us out. All we do is talk about sports, and we have a great time doing that as well. And make sure you tell a friend to come join us as well. If you want to be part of the podcast, hey, drop us a line on our YouTube channel, the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
This is Pharaoh King.
What did the lesbian vampire say to the other one that's leaving her? Same time next month. Holla, Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
We still doing this shit, man.
I got that one.
Well, I would hope the fuck so, man on the street.
Yeah, that's a nasty vampire.
Oh, you still doing this shit?
Welcome back. And
the math professor's in the boot, still stuck behind fucking Tim Smooth ass.
Yeah, but y'all got me up here crying with the last two. Free Pharaoh and Tim Dog. I got both of those. But ladies and gentlemen, that shit's funny as fuck right there. But
hey, just remember, the wedding ring is the world's smallest handcuffs. That's all I say.
Hey,
just
this
remember,
is a
ladies and
neurological disease. That's what this is.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't come and check us out on Friday night, if you go out, if you drink and drive, hey, call an Uber, a Lyft, have somebody come pick you up, or just walk.
Do not time out, man on the street. You said if you drink and drive.
I say don't drink and drive.
Okay, I missed the don't. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, you know,
I don't remember hearing don't.
Well,
I don't remember hearing don't. I heard you say if you drink and drive.
Okay. I'll say if you drink and drive, call a Lyft, Call an Uber.
If you're driving when you drinking already, why are you calling the Uber? It's too late.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. If you decide to drinking, oh hell yeah, hold on.
See,
drinking over here.
If you decide to drink, don't drive.
Thank
catch
you.
Uber, catch an Uber, a Lyft, call a friend, or whoever, or even walk.
Take
Do
the
not
bus.
be take the bus. Do not be a goddamn Tiger Woods. Because you cannot call President Trump up. Well, I call that bitch president. You can't call Trump bitch ass up and get a goddamn case dismissed. And with that,
not Mike either.
Well, see, drinking and driving is a state call, not federal.
Yeah. And Tiger didn't know that because his ass was drunk. And with that, ladies, all high off those pills
and stupid.
Allegedly. No, ain't no allegedly.
Ain't no allegedly.
That mother fucked up. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all make sure y'all have a blessed weekend. Y'all have a blessed day. Hopefully catch y'all on Friday. And with that, we are